Whoa, collateral. Yeah, C4 asshole. Man, we started with 2 good games, and now we're just getting our dicks kicked in. What happened, team? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Element, and how about the new intro? A round of applause for the guy that created that, huh? Gave me a hard on, I know that. But anyway, alright, so today's video, the topic of discussion is going to be rebalancing the weapons in Advanced Warfare, and primarily I'm going to be talking about the assault rifles because I think that's been the hot topic ever since this game launched. Now, if you've been playing the game at any length that I have, you've noticed that the Ball 27 is the go-to weapon. It's the best weapon in the game. I personally think it is an OP weapon, and you know, it's not incredibly OP like maybe pre-patch 1887s or FAMAS in Modern Warfare 2, but you know, it's still arguably the best assault rifle in the game and the best overall weapon in the game. And that's kind of sad because when you have so many guns in a game, especially with all these variants, and then nobody sees a point in using anything other than the first gun you unlock, it's kind of depressing because I like to see variety. So I would like to see some variety come back to Advanced Warfare. So this is basically going to be my ideas for a patch for how I would rebalance the assault rifles is if I was given the power, which I don't think they would ever give me that power, so let's be thankful for that. So I'm going to start off, I'm just going to talk about assault rifles. I may do another video about the other weapons, but I think we can all agree that the other weapons are painfully underpowered. There is no point in using the direct energy weapons. The SMGs, the shotguns are just awful, and I've had good games with them, but I mean, really, if you're using anything other than an assault rifle, you're asking to have a bad game. So that's kind of the point of the video. So let's get started. The first thing I want to talk about, of course, is the Ball 27. I do think that this needs a slight nerf. I don't think it needs to be hammered into the ground. You know, don't completely neuter it, but I would like to see an increased hip-fire spread on this weapon. I think that would help balance it out a little bit. My biggest complaint about this weapon is that it's still way too competitive against SMGs and shotguns at close range. Maybe if we increase the hip-fire spread a little bit, that'll, you know, tone it down just a hair. It still can be a dominant weapon at long ranges. You know, I'm fine with that. It's an assault rifle. It's going to do its job. So let's see a little bit of a hip-fire spread increase on the Ball 27, and I'll be happy. And next, let's talk about the weapons, the assault rifles that I don't really think need anything changed at all. The HBR, the IMR, which is the gameplay you're watching, playing some Kill Confirmed on Instinct. The HBR, the IMR, and what was the other assault rifle? The AK12. Those 3 weapons, I honestly don't see a problem with. I think that they're pretty decent weapons. The HBR may be a little underpowered, maybe a hair, but, you know, it's a poor man's AN-94. That's what I've been calling it. And the IMR, I think, is probably the second best weapon in this game. And that's funny coming from me because I don't really like burst fire weapons. I've never liked them in previous Call of Duties. You know, I use them just to use them, like the SWAT 5.56 I thought was okay. The M8A1 in Black Ops 2 I thought was okay. Ghosts, I don't think I used any of them, you know, even after the MSBS got nerfed into the ground, but, you know, that's the way it is. So I think the HBR, the IMR, and the AK-12 don't really need a nerf or a buff at this moment. You know, I reserve my right to change my mind about that at a later date. So as of this posting, I have no idea if they're going to change it or not, so we shall see. So those 3 I think are fine. I think they're balanced. I don't really think they need a change. The other 2 assault rifles, the ARX-160 and the MK14, oh my god, please buff the shit out of these weapons. They are so freaking bad. The MK14 is the biggest joke of a semi-automatic assault rifle I have ever seen in a Call of Duty game. It is just awful. In hardcore, it's pretty nice. It's a one-hitter quitter. But in core, forget about it. You're never going to go positive with this weapon, and if you do, mad props to you because you're better than I am. But I would like to see the MK14 buffed extremely. I think the ARX-160 needs buffed too. You know, that might just be my personal opinion. I have seen people have gameplay videos doing well with that weapon, but at the same time, I don't know if that was the base weapon or if it was a variant. So I think the ARX-160 needs a slight buff. I don't know how I would do it. I would just buff the shit out of it to make it somewhat manageable. I know a lot of people complain about 3-round burst guns in the past, like most notably the MSBS, which we've already mentioned. But I think the ARX needs a slight buff. I think the MK14 needs a major buff. It is absolutely the biggest piece of trash I have seen so far in this game, you know, outside of the assault rifle category. Well, inside of the assault rifle category, I mean. But yeah, so those are my ideas for the weapon rebalancing that I would do if I worked for Sledgehammer. Let me know what you guys think. You know, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I totally nuts? You know, it's always good to hear some feedback. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that new intro. It was sweet. And peace out. See you next time.